So I want to talk about these examples you pulled.
Yes. Okay, so I have two examples for you, and they are in a technical service industry, not the one that y'all are in. But again, let's learn from how others do business and see what it could shape in our own, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so Walmart, Wally World, that big blue box store that you either love or hate,
It's okay.
has things that it does something well, but even more so than that, it has service excellence that it doesn't do well. So, for Walmart's customer base, ambiance and sales help or service are the least valued things to them, but low prices and wide selection are most valued. So, what do you think Walmart is intentional about doing more of and doing less of?
They're definitely putting more inventory in smaller spaces. They're staffing it with less people. They're spending less money on how the store looks. It's literally a steel and concrete
It's
structure
hideous.
with the most like unified signage out there. You're not going to feel like you're walking into a West Elm when you walk into Walmart. It's just
Nope.
not the
There's
same.
nothing cozy about it, welcoming about it, but you're going to have options and they're going to be cheap. Then that's what that customer base is there for. And so, what happens literally automatically is that Walmart's customer base self selects themselves in or out. And sometimes it's by the need or the day or the mood, right? In or out. You're either
Like,
a
I
Walmart
don't
shopper
want
or
to
you
be
aren't.
a Walmart shopper, but I go to Walmart for XYZ things because I can get in and
Exactly.
out.
You know what you're going to get out of that experience, even if it's one that you don't like. You know what you can expect and not expect out of that experience, even if you expect different things from other stores.
But the thing is, you can go to pretty much any location nationwide and
And it's
have
the
a
same.
similar
You can
experience.
have the same shitty customer service with the same amazing wide selection for affordable prices
Yeah. And
because
it's
they're
generally in stock,
yes,
even in the midst
yes,
of a
yes,
pandemic.
because they're consistent in the ways that they do and they don't show up. Okay. You go
Yeah.
to Target for different things. They're specific about what they're providing their customer experience as well.
Yeah. And I think it's easy to look at this specific example and say, well, I don't like it. Like,
Right.
but that's
Right.
literally the point.
That's the point. That's
That
the point.
the point is that the right customer will walk in the door because they have a value alignment. And in a lot of ways, their value alignment is the result. Like,
Yep.
if you want something quick and you don't want to be bothered, you walk into a Walmart.
Yeah. Because guess what? Their customers aren't complaining about a bad customer experience they had and wasting time and dollars for the company to deal with that experience because that's not expected there when you walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart isn't shy about that. They don't try to make their customer service experience better because Walmart shoppers don't value that. And that's okay. Okay, so I want to go over another example, which is like almost the direct opposite, right? So I know we've literally all asked ourselves some form of the question of like, oh my God, that place is so blank. Why would anyone buy from there? Insert expensive, cheap, dirty, small, big, literally whatever it means, right? Commerce Bank is a great example of a place that's expensive, that's higher, has higher rates, higher costs to literally bank there. It costs more to bank there, but they know that higher prices are a sacrifice that their customer base will make for other things like longer hours, in-person locations that are beautiful. They spend money on vaulted ceilings and windows and lighting to make it feel a certain way when you walk in there. They know that their customers have questions, and so they have people at the front and at every desk and every corner ready to talk to you, and they're happy to do that. They're happy to provide that customer service because of the things that they know their customers value. But it's going to literally cost you to do that. But you're having a different experience.
Yeah, and you ultimately are paying for that experience. So good, bad, or indifferent, you're making a choice by shopping with them, and so I think so many of these examples could be relayed in any other scenario. Like when you were talking about Walmart, I immediately thought about Aldi, and it's like they're the opposite of like, they don't have a wide selection. They literally have one white bread. They have one ketchup And
Mhm.
it removes the decision
And I
fatigue.
love it.
It's my favorite
I
place.
love it
I
so
love
much.
it so much. And because of the way they build their boxes, it means that there's no time spent stocking shelves. They literally set the box where things go, and it allows them to have less staff, but the staff that is there is so quick,
So fast.
so fast. And they lay out the store in a certain way so that you can get in and out. And like I just think it's interesting that like when you think about these places, they're almost instantly like you have a feeling about it. Like
Mhm.
literally the good, bad, or indifferent. You
Mhm.
have a feeling about it, like because their values resonate with you, because the way they do business resonates with you. And I think what's interesting is when you've tried to be the all things to all people for so long, you might have quite a an experience in the past with clients who loved working with you, but maybe they like will literally say, I'm not sure who to refer you to, or
Mhm.
I'm not totally sure where to send, like,
That's my favorite sign that they don't even know the result that you provide or the
no.
value you bring.
And it's they may love you because like
Mhm.
you're fun, but like if there's any level of confusion about what it is that you do or what it is that you provide, them not knowing who to refer you to is a really big sign that like
Mhm.
there's a mismatch here. And so I want to be thinking about what do you not want to do? And I think this helps set you up for what you ultimately do provide.
Right. Well, I've really love referrals that are like, go to this person for XYZ. I mean, they're not gonna 1, 2, 3, but you're definitely gonna get XYZ, right? I love it when the client or customer absolutely knows, even in the referral, they're setting the expectation for that person of what they should not expect from you. If it's that clear, then you're onto something.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what you might be thinking, and I want to nip it in the bud super fast.
Mm-hmm.
You might be thinking that you're better at this than everyone. And you are so good at all of the things that you don't have to concede anything to the competition.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's true. But the literal, again, data shows, Harvard Business Review data shows the only way that you will actually be able to do this. So, which means that you can't concede on price. So, you're not going to be the cheapest. You can't concede on time. So, you're not going to be the fastest. You can't concede on experience. So, it's not going to be like dull or uninviting or whatever. It's going to be warm, cozy. It's going to be all the things that you want it to be, right? You're not going to concede on customer service. So it's like top level, right? You're not going to concede on anything because you want to provide all of those things, not just offers, but like features of how people work with you. The only way you're able to do that is if you charge 50% over your competition, 50% over the people in your market offering the same thing,
Which you very
which
well,
sometimes you can.
so and it honestly depends on, you have to know your client, your ideal client really well. And
But
some
for
of
some
them,
industries, it's literally impossible.
I know it is. And so
I think for most
I
industries.
think you want to be pretty self-aware in this. I was reading in another book recently. They were talking about how to get that competitive advantage, and one of the strategies is to basically take the values of your competitor and be the opposite.
Mm, mhm,
And
mhm.
I think sometimes that sounds counterintuitive. You're like, well, they value customer service and they're swift and they're whatever, but you could, just pulling it out there, not saying you have to do this, you could say that it does take longer, but it means you get more access to you and your team. It means you have a more integrated solution. It means you have a more detailed approach. Maybe you are 200% more expensive. But like, what does that unlock for them that they're not getting in a value based experience?